On this week's episode of our Big Lap series, our trip takes a dramatic turn. Instead of east, we point the Dmax west and head in the direction of home, stopping in at a very special location to relive some of our favourite camping memories, explore some brand new destinations in our home state, and bring you up to speed as to why we're here.
Good morning and welcome to, well, the middle of nowhere really. So we just camped overnight on literally the side of the road. The highway is, 50 metres up, down around that bend. And we might not be where you expect us to be right now. So when we left you, we were in the Northern Territory, heading out of the Northern Territory to Queensland.
Part of that is still true.
Yeah.
We are still heading out of the Northern Territory. However, this familiar sight here might...
Anyone recognise that tree?
I know Ben will.
Yeah. So long story short, we are currently half an hour away from the West Australian border, our home state. And yeah, time to get on the road.
Sure is. Let's go.
We are Daniel and Bianca from Explorebound, and this is our Big Lap series. At the start of 2025, we packed our entire life into our trusty Dmax and headed off for the trip of a lifetime.
Starting in Perth, WA, we are making our way around mainland Australia to try and see as much of this beautiful country as we can fit into the year.
We'll be sleeping in our rooftop tent and living out of our fully custom DIY canopy fit out that's been a year in the making just for this trip.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey while we take you through all the highs and lows that the Big Lap can bring.
This series is proudly supported by Anaconda and also made possible thanks to iTech World, Altic and Tygear. So I suppose we better explain, we are indeed about half an hour away from the WA border, and to be honest, we're actually really excited. This is,
we are so excited.
So I'll back up a little bit. So pretty much this whole trip, like we've been enjoying it immensely, but we always keep saying like, oh, how good was the Gib? We love that Kimberley region, we love those waterfalls, those waterholes, our Questro Station.
And if you remember, we were originally going to come through here because we were going to do the Tanami from Alice Springs to Halls Creek and then go up through the Bungles, visit the end of the Gib, the Pentecost, and the Ivanhoe Crossing, which was closed. But we were like, we'll see it anyway, and then we'll head across into Northern Territory.
And so we finished up our time in Kakadu, which was fantastic, but we're feeling a little bit homesick, I suppose, and just missing a little bit of that familiarity. As amazing as it is to experience new places, I don't know, it's just getting to us a little bit in that sense. So we're just chatting about it, and we're like, I wonder how far away the Gib is. And so we chucked it into our maps.
Yeah, you jokingly said, we should just go see the Gib. And then I put it in Google Maps without saying anything, and I was like, it's only 7.5 hours away.
Yeah, so that's a bit of an update. That's where we're headed. That's a bit of the behind the scenes. We originally weren't going to film this either. We kind of thought, let's have a very casual approach to this. So everything you see in this episode is going to be one take, very casual, not as cinematic as you might be used to. So let us know what you think in the comment section down below. If this episode indeed does go live, because we're not sure how it's going to turn out. A bit of a new approach for us, but we'll see how we go. We have officially crossed back into WA, saved an hour and a half on time, so it's now only 8 a.m.
We only left 15, 20 minutes ago.
Right, lost our fruit and veggies at the border, which we knew would happen, which is a bit of a shame. We're only here for 3 or 4 days.
It's actually going to work though, because the fruit and veg we had was getting a bit old.
Yeah, and the good news is we can restock in Kununurra and then bring that back into the NT, because they don't care what you bring in, to be honest. Ross. Pretty cool.
Fuel selfie.
So for anyone who's interested in fuel economy, which might just be us, who knows, we just ran some numbers. We have driven 531 kilometres since last refuel, and we used 88.41 litres. So I'm going to divide 88.41 divided by 5.31. Our economy has been 16.64 litres per 100 kilometres, which...
And the Dmax reported 13.2.
Yeah, so that was about 3 litres out. So it's good to kind of have a rough ballpark in your mind of how much that is incorrect by. I still don't think that's too bad considering we're weighing about 3.4 tonnes, I would say, so just under GVM. Yeah, so there we go. So we are pretty excited. The Ivanhoe is officially open. It's only been open for about a week or so, so we just lucked out coming down here when we are. And look at it. It's flowing.
And it's so weird and surreal because we're just saying that last time we were here, we were standing, like my brother and Daniel were standing like just here. And it was like at the shins.
Yeah,
it was
and the water
closed.
was pushing so hard. Like, yeah.
How do you feel?
So we came here to do the Ivanhoe Crossing, but it's currently closed, as you can see by the raging water flowing across.
Nuts to think though that it was just all the way across, and yeah, you couldn't even see the tops of the poles last time, and now it's open.
This trip was meant to be, so we're going to get in the car and cross it a couple of times.
Yes, with the drone.
This is so cool.
Oh my god, it looks quite deep. It's scary.
Deeper than I expected, for sure. Oh, this is so cool.
After taking turns to have a go at crossing the infamous Ivanhoe, we grabbed some lunch at a local cafe before heading back out towards Lake Argyle.
Hey, what do you say? This whole town could be red by the end of the day. If you feel alright, we can throw it and drive. With the radio so loud they can hear.
So we have just stopped in to check out Lake Argyle while we're sort of in the area. A bit of a detour from Kununurra, but when you're close by, why not stop in to check it out? It is huge, so massive, right?
It's really, really big. Like it looks big enough by eye, and then just flying the drone just gave us a good idea. Like we were trying to fly like not even halfway across, and it was still like 2 k's away. And it's it's nuts. It's really impressive.
And one of the largest man-made lakes, and it's pretty big. It's also about 37 degrees, so it's pretty hot and humid out in the sun.
So hot. It's actually nice when the sun goes behind a cloud, but it's still hot.
Yeah, very impressive.
Nice.
I love to see a can not rolling.
Nailed it.
It's a sign of a good sleep, that is.
Yep. It is so sweaty. It's still like 35-ish and it's now overcast. Ick. Ugh. Perfect.
So how's this for shaming, right? The car was perfectly level when I was sitting in the driver's seat. Now that I'm out, a few too many holiday beers.
You're not fat, darling. You're not at all.
I'm just afraid I'm
You're
going to go
not.
for a
No,
run.
you're not. You're okay. It's just your car's been mean to you. At least it wasn't me. I'd have an absolute meltdown. But I'm never eating again.
The good news is I sleep on that side, so
Yeah, it evens up.
even it out. Classic. So we just checked into Lake Argyle caravan park here for showers. There's a nice swimming pool, which is going to be so nice because
That's
it's
kind
so
of what sold
hot
us,
and
to be
humid.
honest, is the swimming pool.
Yeah, but beautiful spot here. Nice grassy site. Oh, it's such a luxury to have grass.
It is, and yeah, so we asked them actually, because we didn't book prior to this, so we're just doing it on unpowered site, but they've given us a nice large one at the back
Yeah.
of the caravan park, and it's nice and quiet.
Not super level, so we've leveled out with the max tracks, which means this side is now nice and tall, and normally I'm bashing my head on stuff. Still have to duck a little bit, but to be honest, that's a welcome change for me. So we are going to get set up here and relax for the afternoon. This is our relaxing few days.
What's relaxing mean?
Grab yourself a nice strap.
I did.
After the pool, the number one reason we're actually staying here. Let's do it. Yes. We are on the road again this morning after waking up to 1,000 ants in our campsite at
So many.
Lake Argyle this morning. And it's another very hot and humid day. It's currently 35 degrees. Super humid, so nice to spend a bit of time in the air-conditioned car.
Yeah.
And we are heading to one of our favourite places. We are off to, where are we going?
The Pentecost!
Yes.
We are 7.8 kilometres away from the Pentecost River crossing, coming from the east side this time, which is different. And we've just been admiring the most beautiful ranges along here, which I cannot remember the name of, and I'm sure I knew.
Yeah, we'll have to put some
Maybe I
text
did.
on the screen,
But they are just stunning.
So essentially we're just going down to the Pentecost to cross it a couple of times, check it out, maybe pull up for a few minutes. Not going to do too much down there. May venture onto the Gib and do a bit of driving there and back again. Just
old
essentially,
time's sake.
yeah, we're just like sightseeing from the car, trying to relax before checking into El Questro. We've managed to score a couple of nights staying at El Questro Station tonight and tomorrow night.
Yep.
Touch wood, the storms haven't rolled in yet, but their forecast is getting more and more extreme every time we check it.
It is.
All that aside, we are pumped to round the next few bends and finally to the Pentecost once again.
This is probably the 20th time we've crossed the Pentecost.
In 2 trips. So we are all set up here at Questro Station. Nice little campsite here. Grass once again, well, sort of, in and amongst the dirt. But it's incredibly humid, so we're gonna go for a swim at the little swimming hole down the road here, which is just part of the Pentecost River, which is also flowing behind our camp just there, but it's like a designated swimming area that they've kind of sectioned off, and I presume they monitor for crocs, so that's where we're off to now, to cool down. Good morning. So the weather came in pretty thick and fast last night around midnight. It started pouring down with rain, which it still is continuing to do so this morning. And it seems like finally that humidity is starting to drop off. It's a bit nicer now.
Yeah, it was still pretty sticky like most of the night until this morning, and it's finally cooling down. So it's a nice day to stay in the tent and read a book.
Yeah, so having a bit of a sleep in. And in other news, I have once again forgotten to tie the awning down in the center. So I'll just open this as well. We have puddles in the awning, stretching that fabric once again, so that's certainly not ideal. So I'm about to jump up, make a coffee, fix the awning, and hopefully that fabric isn't stretched too bad. But it's gonna be a pretty chill day around camp, I reckon.
Yeah, it's nice and wet. It's a nice day to just relax.
Yeah.
I love different one.
Alright, time to go. Not a bad brekkie, hey?
Just a champions. Your bun doesn't quite cover your burger.
Oh, yum.
After spending the day holed up in our tent, we were keen to hit the road again the next morning. Thanks to the decent downpours, what had been regular creek crossings were now decently deep crossings, making for a fun drive out.
We are now back on the road, making our way once again out of WA into NT to continue that portion of the trip and head essentially rapidly east to eventually do the Cape.
Yep. Yeah, I think we are due in Queensland in less than a week now. It's Tuesday today and we are due in Queensland next Monday. So yeah, that's going to be fun.
Some serious case to do, but that pretty much wraps up this very random impromptu episode of our quick duck into WA. Do you reckon it was worth it? Worth those
so
few days?
Worth it. I was just about to say, I was like, we're so insane. Like, we keep griping on about not having days off and wanting to have days off, and the moment we get days off, we fill them with stuff. But that was so worth it. That was really nice.
Yeah, so
great.
A lot of awesome opportunities there to finally cross the Ivanhoe Crossing. We've been wanting to do that for years. When we were here this time last year, it was completely closed and that water was insane. So
and I was so frustrated about that too. So
yeah, so stoked to have ticked that off. Stoked to have checked out Lake Argyle. That's Argyle, sorry I pronounced that really weirdly. See the Pentecost once again, camping El Questro. It's just been fantastic all round, even despite the weather. So thank you guys so much for joining us for this very quick episode. Also a very raw episode too. This entire episode has been, I've said episode a lot of times, and this entire episode has been filmed one take, so this will be in there as well. So
one take wonders.
Let us know what you think in the comment section down below, because we just wanted to approach this from a bit of a more raw perspective and see how it kind of flows.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next episode.
Happy camping.
Join us next time as our adventure takes us somewhere truly special on our journey east across the Northern Territory to Mataranka. We spend the day here drifting through the crystal clear thermal pool and surrounded by some breathtaking tropical scenery.
This is how high the bench is. I'm going to stand up there.
It's actually quite good.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah. It's so hot. I was touching this and my arm was like peeling off it like... Oh.